To some health stories, dialysis services at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital will soon see a boost following the securing of 5 additional dialysis machines. The second largest teaching hospital in Ghana was operating with only 1 fully functional machine and another working at fault, leaving management with no choice than to not receive outpatients for dialysis. This meant even some inpatients who require the services of dialysis may have to go elsewhere, as the machine was restricted to only 2 patients at a time.
Whilst there was a public uproar on the cost of dialysis per session, even those who can afford were finding it difficult to access the service at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital due to insufficient machines. The Chief Executive Officer of the hospital, Professor Otrade Mensah, in February, described the situation as disheartening.
We at Komfanochi presently have, I usually say, 1.5 dialysis machines, and it's because one is working at full capacity, the other is working at fault. And so what it means is that we are no longer able to receive patients from outside for dialysis. For each dialysis session, it takes 4 hours. And so what it means is that if you have 2 dialysis machines in-house and you have, say, 5 patients who need dialysis, what it means is that if God does not intervene, then by the time he gets to the turn of the 5th person, he probably would have popped off.
But it appears there will soon be a relief as the hospital takes steps to secure some additional machines to make dialysis services more accessible.
Presently, we have 4 tanks to Springfield oil, but the hospital again uses internally generated funds and has purchased 3 brand new dialysis machines, which you saw. The installation is being done. I'm expecting 2 brand new ones, possibly by the end of this month.
So this seems to be a good news for persons who come here at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital for dialysis services, as the hospital has taken that initiative to increase the number of dialysis machines they have. And this is expected to improve the services they render here. Management of the hospital is also intervening in securing accommodation for relatives of patients who travel far to Kumasi to seek medical treatment for their sick family at the hospital. For most of these relatives, their only option is to sleep in the open due to their inability to afford accommodation. Management and the board of the hospital inspected a 190-bed hostel facility meant for the relatives of patients.
Much as our core mandate as a hospital does not essentially include the provision of such services for relatives, to the extent that some of these patients would definitely come with relatives because of the states in which they find themselves, it has become necessary for us to make that kind of provision.
The hospital has also renovated its physiotherapy department as part of its retooling process to enhance medical care.